Mr. Connick.
Yes. Representative Foster has said that the current health care system is broken. What's your opinion of American health care as it stands, and what do you believe needs to be reformed about it?
Mr. Hultgren.
Thank you. I do think our healthcare system needs work, and it's needed to work for a while. I'm disappointed again with when Republicans did control things that we didn't address real problems in healthcare, and now we're seeing this takeover of healthcare that is so inappropriate. It goes so far beyond what the problems are by throwing out the whole system and really going after a bureaucratic solution to a problem that really could be addressed in a targeted fashion. The most significant problem with healthcare right now is cost. We see that healthcare cost is out of control, and it's been out of control for a long, long time. One of the things we've done here in Illinois, and when I was in the House here in Illinois, served on the Judiciary Committee as the spokesperson on that committee, and as one of the chief Republican sponsors of medical malpractice reform, tort reform here in Illinois. We were able to pass real reform through a Democratic House, a Democratic Senate, signed by a Democratic governor, that really does address the cost of health care. I've just talked to doctors this week that have confirmed to me that their malpractice insurance has started to come back down again, and it's leveled off, which means that health care cost for us comes down as well. The other thing that's really important about that is the cost of defensive medicine. When a doctor knows that they can do 4 tests to find out what's really wrong with me, but their concern of having to stand in front of a jury if they were sued, wanting to prepare a paper trail, they'll do 10 tests just to make sure they've got it covered. You know what? That costs us money. We all pay for that defensive medicine. So that's one area, addressing healthcare costs, and then opening up the availability for us to be able to purchase health insurance from other states. And also really understanding what are the real costs of healthcare. It doesn't make any sense to me that if one person goes into a hospital and is given an aspirin, it might cost $5. Another person might go in and it might cost $10. Another person might cost $20. It all just depends on who's paying the bill of how much the price is going to be. That's not right. We've got to get back to a real simple understanding of what is the cost of healthcare, and then target our efforts at those who are uninsurable. And I absolutely believe we can work on getting insurance to those who can't get insurance right now. And I think, too, as we create jobs for people, many more people will have health insurance.
Thank you. Mr. Khan.
Kind of going back to the last thing you said, Senator Hultgren, a 2007 study by the United Health Foundation said that 15.9% of all Americans are uninsured and uninsurable. How would you propose addressing this?
I think it's a great question. I think that's the answer. That's the question. Rather than throw out the whole system, that is the wrong thing to do. When 85% of the people are actually pretty happy with the health care they've got, they like their doctor, they like the ability to be able to get in, if they have a headache, to be able to get an MRI quickly, not have to wait in line for 6 months, or be concerned if they're of a certain age that they might not be able to qualify to get the treatment that they'd like to have. So there's a real concern that they're throwing out a whole system instead of really targeting a solution to the 15%. Some say it's 10%, some say 15%. But even at the 15% level, we can do that. I've heard numbers that if we address that 15% and provided insurance for people who are uninsurable right now, whether it's pre-existing conditions or unemployed, it'd be about $30 billion per year. That's a big number, but it's much less than $1 trillion, almost $1 trillion that this new health care plan would cost. And it doesn't risk all the other people who are really pretty satisfied with the care that they've got. So in all of this, when we take a problem and have a huge bureaucratic solution, we all end up paying a huge price for that, and I think that's really unfortunate. What I want to do, if I'm given the privilege of serving you in Congress, is I want to target problems, go after what the real problem is, let's find a way to address it, and make sure that we don't have unintended consequences, or limit the unintended consequences. I see that in my time down in Springfield. I've served in the legislature now for 11 years, and it frustrates me. So often we react to a situation, the majority party pushes through a bill that reacts to a situation that ends up causing way more problems than the first issue that we're trying to address. And I see that with healthcare too. So what I'd like to do is let's get to that point of going after how do we make sure that those who have pre-existing conditions have coverage. We can do that. The insurance companies will say they can do that. It's going to cost us some money, but nearly not as much money as an overhaul of the entire system and a bureaucratization, sorry about that, of the entire system. And that's what I want to see happen in this.